Okay, so here we are at Opal Divines in Austin, Texas. Here in Penn Field, South Austin. And we're sitting here with the Sons of Bill. Sons of Bill, Sons of Bill, Sons of Bill. More Sons of Bill, all the Sons of Bill. And the actual Sons of Bill are across the table from me here. Actually, real life Sons of Bill.
Yes.
And here we are on the eve of the show with you guys over at Hills Cafe. As we've been talking about, there's a threat of rain, and in fact, it almost seems like it might start raining even right now. This is very weird because we tend to go months at a time with no rain at all here.
Really? Wow.
So a little unusual. So it's great to have you guys in town.
Great to be here.
What strikes me about you guys and your music is the way that it melds in really well with the overriding sound with the Texas Red Dirt thing down here. Tell me about your perspective on that, and maybe your experiences with some of the people doing the Texas music that you guys have met, hung with, toured with.
Yeah, I mean, it's we didn't really, we're from Virginia.
Yep.
And we're some of the bands down here in Texas are just kind of the hard touring acts, that grow from the ground up, and it's getting harder and harder to do that these days.
Yeah.
And so we've always, even though we started in Virginia, there's a similar ethos there of just starting from the grassroots and working your way up. And all the Texas bands have been really, really good to us whenever they come east.
Yeah, I think one thing that's been pretty cool is that we thought it'd be a really closed off sort of scene, and that's just since we were from Virginia, we'd have trouble breaking in, which, definitely could be true with some of the audiences might be a little...
There is a little of that.
There's definitely some of that, but the bands themselves are so open. They listen to tons of music and are really great guys, and they've been totally supportive and good friends to us, so that's been great.
I think a big key to that is being really, really good.
Well, yeah, I mean,
we'd like to think so.
It's considered Texas music, but I mean, we know lots of people back home in Virginia who love it as well, and it's great to see more bands like Randy Rogers and obviously Robert Earl Keen and Cross Canadian really starting to break out, and the rest of the country gets to see all this great music that Texas was hogging to themselves this whole time.
Well, that's a good thing to hear, because and talking about in terms of the geographic aspect of the whole scene, it turns me off to no end when I hear somebody reject a band or an artist simply because they're not from Texas. I mean, to me, that's the stupidest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I'm pumped when I come across something that's not from Texas that proves that perspective is completely flawed.
Yeah, any scene can kind of drown in its own, little set of rules and what it can, So I'm sure these guys, they've been here for a long time, and they love good songs and good bands, and when you're touring with a band, you like to hang out with good people. So it's all those things, I think.
They took a chance on us. We're playing the Texas Music Series.
There they are. They're from Virginia. Now, of course, the Reckless Kelly guys who you're playing with tomorrow, those guys moved from Idaho. So I don't know.
That's the thing. A lot of these bands are actually not from Texas originally.
Yeah, you can hear it. Reckless definitely has more of an Idaho sound, I think.
Is that right?
You can really hear it in a lot of those.
A lot of carbohydrates, a lot of potatoes.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Real starchy sound.
Starchy.
Well, cool. So this actually, in a way, kind of inflates my ego as a Texan even more to hear you guys talk about how great the music is in Texas, and you have no ulterior motive really for saying so, because not being from here.
You got Steve Earle and Towns Van Zandt and Guy Clark, and
So those are guys that you guys kind of came up with when you started getting into playing music, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's all huge influences on us, just as writers, and just the love, the love of a good song, which really is what drives this band, and it's an ethos that a lot of the old Texas writers had, and that a lot of people have lost. So it's a great thing.
Very good. All right. Well, let's stop filming and start drinking.
Let's do it.
Nice. Sons of
Cheers.
Bill, everybody.
Thanks, Chris.
Hey,
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Opal.